Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear respected teachers and management staff. I'd like to say welcome on our Google Class training session. Actually, we try to post the tasks or the contents and some materials on the Google Class. So, plus you are working on this Google Class, most of them. I'll try to also visit most of your classes. I really appreciate you the way that you are presenting the contents and the classes on your class. But we'll try to see some part or some gaps that should be filled in our class for the future. Today we'll try to work on features of Google, some features of Google, and we'll try to work on deeply on Google Drives. Please mute your mics. Okay, so today we'll try to see some basic features of most features of Google, and practically we'll try to work on the Google Drive. Why? Google Drive is because it's attached or integrated with the class, Google Class, that enable us to store the files, videos, and also it allows us to work with different kinds of files like Word document, Excel, PowerPoints. Okay, so you try to answer the assignment which is given on the features of Google. As all of you said, Google have got so many features which is attached to in our daily lives, like contact, Google email, okay, like meeting, contacts, Google site, and so many other features are integrated in our daily lives with Google. Let's see one Google site which is prepared by totally Google, free from any other third parties. Okay. Let's say this is a Google site. Okay, Google site, totally designed and hosted from Google. There is no any third parties or domain ISP providers or domain host controllers. Okay, simply we try to map that the files that we have in Google Drive into Google sites, okay. So many branches. Also, we try to implement the questions, online assignments or exams directly embedded into this site. Here is registration. Okay. Let's say email, and also choose locations that where I, let's say yes. Okay. Next. You see, I can get all the questions directly embedded into my site. So you can add also so many features here, and so many features and contents directly, as I said, directly into Google sites. Is that clear? Actually, the main thing here, the main problem here, as you can see, it says sites.google.com. It will not have a unique name because we didn't purchase any domains or any specific address to our site. Once you design this one, you can go to any service providers, then you can have your own. Here, what I'm saying is that Google gives us free of hosting our sites, Okay, the other thing, Gmail, meeting, you can have a meeting in Google, contact us, okay? Contact us is what we know in advance. So this is the general features or services of Google, totally free. If we have some package which we subscribe from Google, we'll have another more functionalities, But as of now, you can use this kind of features in Google free. So let's work on the Google Drive. Google working on drive folder structures and file names, how to get, okay, let's have some general information and we'll come to the installation. We'll have Google provide us 15 GB, okay? We can have 15 GB storage per single account, okay? We can have 15 GB storage per a single account. Also, we can synchronize our account, our data into web-based and into our local machine. We can use 3 accounts, which is going to be 3 by 15. We can have a storage of 40 freely, which is both in local machine as well as on Google storage, which is Drive. So we'll try to see or trashing files like like we did on the recycle bin, clearing, deleting, and clearing the recycle bin in local computers. Okay, we can also use the apps. Sorry. We can also use the apps for PC and mobile as well. Okay, so it also contains most Microsoft, as I said before, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint features are included in Google Drive. Okay, let's see installing one Google Drive, and we'll try to see how it's going to be integrated. Okay. Okay. Okay, that is first. I will go to Google. Okay, that is first. And here, please, Said, Mr. Said, mute your mic.
Okay.
Okay, as I said before, these are the most features of Google. Okay, map, search, YouTube, Play, contact, email, Google Drive, and blah, blah stuff. Blah, blah stuff. By the way, one of the features is, of course, Google Class, which is going to be our main topic. So we'll choose from here, Drive. Then try for go to Drive. Of course, I have to log in. Okay, confirm. This is my account, Google account on web-based. Okay, here. This was Gmail. This is Gmail, right? Here I'll come up on this. Then I'll choose Google Drive here, Drive. So these are the my folders on the drive that I have. Here I have so many folders. We'll try to see how we're going to be managed, move files and folders here, and how, let's see, let's get a gate for drive for desktop. Please concentrate with me. Now these files are on web-based. They are not on my local machine. These files, all these files, my drive is not on my local machine, not my local computer. Instead, it is on Google's server. So now we're going to use a drive for local computer, okay? Download here, backup asynchronized here. Yes, agree and download. Click here. Okay, I downloaded the applications that enable us to create a Google Drive. So I will install this application, run. Yes. Installation completed. Good. Here is the application. Is it visible my desktop?
Yes.
Good. Now we are going to map or get a copy of our files which is found on the Google server, because in case if we don't have any connection, if we are not connected into Google site via internet, we will not have any access for our files. Is that clear? So to get this one, to get all our files locally, we will use this Google account synchronization tool, and we can have a copy, exactly copy of our file into our desktop. Okay, I'll type here my email address. Okay, at gmail.com, of course. Password. Okay, now we have to be more take care, because, got it? Here, you have to take a maximum of care, because we are not going to synchronize everything which is found in this Google, in this local computer. Instead, what I need, I have already my own folders in Google Drive, on Google Drive. I wanted to get all of them, not my local desktop documents and pictures into Google site. Please understand here, because if you continue like this, everything that you're going to store or put on the desktop, also on document, on picture, will be uploaded into your Google account, which is Drive. Then within short period of time, it will be full. Why? because our desktop and document and picture folders will have so many files. So uncheck these files, uncheck these icons. Or if you are really smart enough and you are not going to put any files unless and otherwise that you need it, so you can choose any storage, no problem, no problem. But for the safety, it's not recommended to synchronize all desktop documents, the default that you have in Google. Instead, it is better to use only your folders. Okay, the next one here, original or high quality. You can choose high quality. Next, okay, got it. Then the application location, let it be on the C, start. Start. Now it will start synchronizing our data, our file from Google server into local our machine. You see here, is it visible or is it visible here near to the time taskbar? You see, it's trying to synchronize. Let's see, let's open the folder here. Is running good. Okay. Googling. Okay, here it is. Now it's synchronizing. You see, all my folders are getting here. Still the folder is empty because it's not, it is synchronizing. Okay, it is synchronizing. So once it's fully synchronized, we will see all the folders and files like this, which is right icon on by green. You see here, it's synchronizing still 30 of, it will count here. Okay, this is one feature. The other thing, what if we have, this is one email account, okay, one email account. What if we have another email account we want to synchronize for the second one? Because we said we can integrate or we can synchronize 3 accounts per computer user. So what we're going to do, we'll go to the same here, okay, on the drive, synchronization icon, then here, then add new account. I think still my desktop is visible. Please confirm me. My desktop is visible?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll go to here to add the second Gmail address. So click here, add new account. The advantage of this, as I said earlier, one account will give us 15 GB, okay? If you have 2 and 3, if you can use 3 accounts, you will have 45 GB of storage. So both your files on the drive as well as on local machine will be saved. So please add a new account. Not signed, okay. Let me sign. Okay, good. This is for the second one. Start, then sign. Let me use my another email. Okay. Bismillah. Okay, got it. I'm going to do the same procedure. I have to uncheck all this. My target is not upload from my computer into Google Drive. Instead, from my Google Drive into my local machine. Next. Okay. Let's say here, start. Now, down here on our taskbar, the synchronization will start. You see, preparing to synchronize. Preparing to synchronize. 1, 2. Good. There it is. This is one. First one. Okay. Yeah. Almost the files are loading. Classroom. Good. Google Drive. Admin. This is second Google Drive. Still it's loading. So now we are doing what? We are synchronizing two Google accounts as locally. What is left? We can add the third one. I left it an exercise for you because yes, I want here to show how to add email address and synchronize with the Google accounts. The Google accounts. This is how it's going to work. Let's go to our discussion, and once this synchronization is over, we'll back to this future. Okay, so now we already installed and synchronized two accounts, okay? And working on folders, also we try to manage how to synchronize, and we'll try to work, we'll work right now on files and folders, uploading and sharing, and also how to get what? Readable and viewable links. Okay, let's back to our folder. Okay, good. It's also still loading. It's still loading. Okay, let's see. So to work on this Google Drive files and folders, okay, let's go to our actually, as you can see here, all these are my folders and files. Inside there are so many files and folders. As normal local folders, you can play any kind of files. Let's see how I organize the classroom, which is created for this training purpose. We have one class which is EIS Google Class Training. Under here, I'm trying to put like three folders, just to, since I'm going to cover this training by 3 chapters, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So instead of putting so many files, I choose to separate it by unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3. I think it's still not synchronized here. So let's work on my yeah. Okay. This is one folder. Actually, my drive, I have so many here. Under that, I have one folder, then classroom, then EIS. Here's the one, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. Assume this is a way of how to manage your files. There is no specific rule. There is no specific rule that you have to put this one here, this one here, this one here. The only thing you will manage how it's going to be structured, put it to find it easily. So for my this Google training purpose, I separated by unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, which is going to be unit 1 will be covered in one day. The second day will be unit 2. The third day will be unit 3. So all the files which is related to unit 1 will be put here under unit 1 folder, and the files, any files under which is related to chapter 2 will be stored under chapter 2 or unit 2 folder. Okay, not only one file, you can put all the exercise that you have under particular folder in order to get it easily. Okay, let's say now we wanted to share this, or let me this one, features of Google. I wanted to share you this one. So simply what we're going to do, right click on the file, then share. Okay, right click with the file, share. Then we can use here, we can type the email address that we have. The email address, let's say for this one, for this email address, I'm going to send via his email address, but here I have to choose the administration. Is he an editor for this file? Can he update, add, delete, or remove something? Or can he be editor or viewer? I have to decide. Once I sent it and he received the file, he can work as per his privilege. So if his privilege is editor, he can add, he can edit my document. Also, he can delete my document because he is an editor. Okay, but if you want to do him as a viewer, you will choose a viewer, then send. Okay, if you want to write something here, you can type something. Okay, type something about the file and send. This is one. What if we wanted to share the file, but we don't know the specific email address, but we want shareable link. So to get that, right click on the file, get shareable link. Okay, then when this option comes, we have to make sure that how we going to share this file. Okay, how we going to share this file? Restricted, or anyone with the link can get this file. Okay, how? Viewer, view, or editor. You can choose. As before, you can choose if anyone with the link can view the data or edit, can be an editor for the file, he can edit it. So once you choose viewer or editor, you choose the copy link, then done. Now the copy of your file is what? Copied. So you'll go to somewhere that you want to announce. Let's say, let me add some file. Okay, material. I'm going to share this file on the drive. Here, this is features of Google. Features of Google. One, I put the drive here. I paste it. Also, I can link the specific this drive file into here. Actually, we'll come in detail. Just now, save or post. Already done. If you wanted to share on WhatsApp, okay, if you wanted to share on WhatsApp, you can send it for anyone that you want. Okay, it is not a must to be on Google. It is not to be on somewhere. You can send it anywhere. You can send it anywhere. Let's say here, paste. Halas done. Halas done. So this is how we're going to get reach editor file, or like an admin viewer file. The other thing, we saw how to checking the status whether the file is uploaded or not, and what's left is uploading the file. Let's see this part. I think this one. I hope. Okay. Google Classroom chapter 1. Still no. Okay. Okay. The other thing, let's upload some file. Let's upload some file from here. This assignment. Okay, let me put some document files here. Word. Okay. My Word document visible on the screen, right? Save. Let me save it on desktop. Or directly I can save into my file in my drive folder. Okay. then test file. Okay, let me save. We already saved one file here. Let's refresh. Okay, I think it should wait a little bit to synchronize. Okay, this is the general description about Google Drive and the setup. One thing more, how to move files from the one folder to the other folder. Let's say I have some files here. I want to move this one from one folder to another. Let's say this, I have this file. Let me move it into another folder. The location is here, EIS Google Class Training document. Let's move it into another. Move, okay, move to. And I will choose any folder that I want. Let's say under Unit 1 features, okay? Click and move. Move, halas. It will be under Unit 1, here it is, under Unit 1 folder, okay? Once we update on this Google web-based, the file will be updated on the local synchronized folder. Locally synchronized folder. Here it is. So here, as you can see, I have I used three accounts for Google to synchronize on my local machine. Okay, so this is all about the Google Drive. So how many storage per account? It's going to be, I think it is easy. How many accounts? And also, yes, of course, we can have an access for a file locally and remotely. This is all about Google Drive. The second slides will be, it's going to be about Google Drive, Google Classroom. Okay, one thing here, before we start creating our class, we have to think about the structure, or what we call is organizational structure of our file. How I'm going to manage, or how I'm going to post and organize my file. Instead of simply dumping the file, finally, it is hard for the students to get it. Also, it is hard to revise for the teacher. But if you organize the files according to your choice, which is going to be easy to find, that's the first thing should think everyone before creating any Google account. Of course, we have to choose to create accounts. Once we logged, okay, we will have such kind of features. This is, we'll choose here a Google Class, Google Class, then we'll have two options like this, join class and create. Okay, one thing here, we can invite our students by three options. We can have a class link, okay? It's going to be a clickable link directly leads into the classroom. We can also invite via email address, or we can have a code, a class code that we are familiar with it. If a student not interested to for some class, he can enroll from the specific class. The other thing, we can add a teacher that he can interact on behalf of us, or who can work with us on our class. This is one. Before we create our classes, we have to think about organizational structure, or in terms of subjects, or in terms of grades, or in terms of subtitles or subtopics. We have to organize it and put it in a rough of paper. After that, we can create our class easily. Let's say you can sort by week, or by units, or by subject. Okay. Finally, the target is it should be easy for the students or for the viewers of our class, easy to search and get any file. Okay. Also, if you have deeply subject, for each subject, there are so many lessons and materials. So let's say you can put chapter 1, lesson 1. Under this, you will have assignment, you will have a note, you will have exams, you will have so many things under chapter 1, lesson 1. If you want to go deeper, you can go chapter 1, lesson 2, chapter 1, lesson 3, lesson 4. I think it is clear. Then, once we organize our organizational structure, how it looks like on wrap of paper, okay, we'll try to create our class. On this Google class, I'm trying to put chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and reference and exams. Any materials about features of Google, including assignment, PowerPoint, and links will be under features of Google, which is going to be chapter 1. For chapter 2, working on Google Drive, all the files will be under this working on Google Drives. Forms and exams under chapter 3. Okay. So finally, if I have another reference materials or exams or some links, I will put it where under reference and exams. This is the way of arranging. You can choose your own. It is not a must to be like this. Let's visit our Google Classroom. How it is. Okay, once we log into our Google account, we will have this feature. We click on the Google Classroom. Then we will have here join a class or create. Okay, of course we're going to create a classroom. Then agree license agreement. We'll give it here a class name. Let's say grade 10 type. Grade 10 math section, subject, room. You can add if you have, it's not a mandatory. Okay, now the classroom is created here. Here it is. Let's go to back and work on our own class. Okay, this is our class. Here, pupil, how to invite. We can invite here teachers. Okay, we can invite here teachers. Just put email address, and we can send them an invitation. here we can invite for students. One way, add invite a student. Okay, we can type in an email address here, email for a student. One. The second one, we can copy this invitation link, copy the invitation link. Okay, this is the second one. And the third one is the based on the class code that you are, that we are familiar with it. We can copy invite link, and we can do it. We can paste anyway in WhatsApp group or send them in WhatsApp on everywhere. So the second one, once we create our classroom, we have to work on this structural arrangement of structures for topics. Futures and Google, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Okay, so once you put here, you put your structures here. After this, it is easy to put any files related to chapter 1, whether it's going to be assignment, quiz, or questions or materials. Whenever you post, you will put it under a specific chapter or topics. Okay. After that, a visitors or a student, whenever visits your classroom, you'll not be confused. If you have any further reference or materials, you will put it here under reference and exams. So these are, I put some related or supporting links or materials under where? Under references. But here, if I have under each chapter, if I have files, documents, and everything will be where? Put it under the specific chapter. Okay, let's create one thing or a post for about features of Google, which is chapter 1. Almost we done it. So let's say something. But before that, how to post announcement? Before we talk about specific tasks, we can post here general announcement. We may have so many classes. For all of them, we can put some notice here or whatever. Let's say our Google training is on. Now, how many classes do I have? This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can send a single announcement for all classes. Okay, also I can choose for the student how many students or for all of them. If I have another file to add here, okay. If not, let's say here either we can post it or we can schedule here, but schedule for in a class. So let me post it simply. So for all five classes, we just send a line of text that Google Class training is on. So this is the announcement. Okay, let's put some files specifically for one class and one chapter. Let's say chapter 1 under Google training is done. We already finished. So let me put some materials, or we can say assignment. Okay. Notice. Chapter 1 for EIS Google Class is completed. Okay, good. Now this one, where this topic should be features of Google, which is chapter 1, right? So I will choose the chapter 1 here. I think this is visible, right? Chapter 1 here. Why? I already completed only chapter 1. So shall I post it here now, or schedule, or save for draft, which is to post another time? Let's post. Yalla, salam alaikum. Mashi hal. Are you? Okay. Now, when we check later on, or when the student checks, he will see under chapter 1 for EIS Google Class training is completed. Okay, so after this, the students will understand that this session is over. So I think this is all about Google Classroom that we have for today. I may have some questions, and I want to answer those questions at the end. I think I'm waiting your answers on the chat. How many options can use teachers in Google Class to invite students? Can I have an answer for this, please, on the chat? A, B, C. Hello, is that visible? Okay, good. It is B, huh? We can have 3. Nice, perfect. Okay, true, false. A single class cannot be managed by different teachers. Can we have? Question number 2, can we have or so many teachers or admins? False. A single class cannot be managed by different teachers. Definitely. We can invite the co-teachers, okay? One class can be managed by any class, so many teachers. Okay, this is the third one. The third. Teachers need email address, but to create classroom, but students can attend without email. A student can attend a Google class without email, true or false. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, I think I have to put اختلف العلماء بالعربية. I think false. Okay. In Google Class, both teachers and students should have a valid email address. Okay, maybe we can continue by tomorrow from this topic. Okay, so generally our today's class with like this, inshallah, for coming days, we'll try to cover the rest topics, working on Google Class, and most probably, I mean, we'll try to work on deeply on Google Forms. Okay, so thank you for your participation, and I think see you tomorrow. If you have any comment and suggestions, you can put it on our Google class. I'll put some link or some questions. or the general, maybe I can give you 1 minute or 2 minutes if there is a general overview for our class presentation. Thank you for your attending.
Mr. Abdul Rahman.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. I want to ask excuse for the delay. Okay. We had an urgent meeting, the management.
Okay.
Joined your class lately. Okay. So sorry for that.
Actually, it's okay, but you took some minutes. Even if we admitted for today, inshallah, it will not repeat it.
We will not repeat it again.
Inshallah.
Okay, thank you anyway. Thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome.
Okay.
Sir Abdul Rahman.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
It's very nice. Thank you very much. But for tomorrow, try to just make slow as much as possible.
Make what?
Okay? Make it slow because you are too fast.
Okay.
It is a training for us. So we try to follow you. I try to follow you actually. I don't know the others. But the way you train is very nice. A little skill you have, so try to just fix that one. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Okay, thank you. But I'm thinking my time, plus you are not everybody. Most of the teachers here are not new for this Google class. That's why I was trying to. Inshallah, it will be slow classes. Any other?
Okay, Mr. Abdul Rahman.
Yes, please.
Just to tell to our teachers, Mr. Abdul Rahman is this time is not our staff members, but he was in our school computer teacher. This time he is really very cooperative in helping us. So in the future again, if there is any case, especially related with this technology, he is with us. We are really happy just in having you this time. This Google class, not going to be easy, but for some teachers, especially lower grade, they are new to this technology, but others, they may know. But through time, from day to day, hope we'll understand and use it properly, especially about drive, the problems that we have in our staff from our experience. Even your drive is full, how to just delete unnecessary material and how to take from the drive to the Google class, especially the transfer time or the link. Yeah, that is one of the problems that we face during past experience. So hope you'll revise it again, or maybe it is a part of the topic. This is what I need to say. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Kabe. Actually, it was my topic. Inshallah, tomorrow I will try to repeat how to clearing this trashing files.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam.
Can you see my screen here? I wanted to know how to add another account. You said we can add one more account, yes? So I signed in using one of my ID and I needed to know how to add another one.
Okay, I think you're on the laptop, right?
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of the laptop.
Good.
I did this download and I signed in and I unchecked all those boxes and I did the sync. But now I have to start. So before starting, should I add the ID or how?
Okay, I will upload this video. Okay, I will upload it and you'll watch it again. If you have any doubt, inshallah, we'll see it by tomorrow, or you can also ask me on class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. I think let's end up our session by this. Inshallah, for tomorrow, I will a little bit slow and also clear another topics as well. Inshallah, we'll meet tomorrow on the same time, exactly at 9.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.